Hi everyone, my name is Gina Osborne.
I'm Mohammed Jarrah.
And I'm Joshua Jeter.
Our technical advisor is Dr. Jose Macedo, and our project is streamlining the embed management and tracking system for Webcor. Webcor Builders is a commercial construction contractor headquartered in San Francisco, California. Webcor is currently in the pre-construction phase of their 706 Mission Street project. This project development includes a 43-story tower and the rehabilitation and integration of the historic Aronson building, which will serve as the new home for the Mexican Museum. In past projects, schedule problems arise due to poor materials management, specifically with embeds. Embeds are pieces of steel that get cast into concrete in order to connect and weld other systems securely. There are three types of embeds: structural steel embeds, window curtain wall embeds, and miscellaneous embeds. Our problem statement is, Webcor construction projects commonly suffer schedule delays due to a poor embed management system. Having a new system by August would ensure that the project stays on schedule and makes the construction workers and project managers' jobs as easy and as efficient as possible.
A lot of our research resulted from interviews with employees at Webcor, such as project managers, project engineers, the financial department, and primarily the superintendent of the 706 Mission Street project. We also visited the Webcor construction site in San Francisco and were led through the construction site by Steven Zetcher. They use one supplier for each of the three types of embeds. To order the embeds, Webcor sends a master schedule of the construction site to the embed suppliers at the beginning of the contract. The suppliers manufacture and deliver the embed orders by interpreting the concrete pour dates, and the drawings are in the master schedule. The quantity and the grouping of the type of embed that the suppliers deliver are usually not known by the general contractor, and after contacting suppliers, they are unwilling to negotiate a more structured system. For our online research, we researched peer-reviewed articles that include supply chain models, materials tracking, and materials handling logistics methods.
To measure the severity of the embed management system, we created a survey on Google Forms, which was distributed to various Webcor employees that directly handle embeds, such as project engineers, project superintendents, and assistant superintendents. From this, we found that on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not severe to 10 being extremely severe, embed management is rated at a 7.2 on average. When asked what components of embed management contribute most to the problem, we received the responses shown in the Pareto chart, which is how we decided to guide our solution to contain the three aspects of embed tracking, embed delivery, and embed handling. Some symptoms that result from poor embed management are embed installation in the wrong area, embed stored in the wrong area, missing embeds, delivery error, and low embed quality. These are all ways that the schedule could be delayed and range from a short delay, such as 1 hour searching for embeds, to a longer delay, such as 2 days reinstalling embeds. 9 out of 10 Webcor employees said that embeds are missing once a week, so it is easy to see how these delays could build up over time and lead to a delayed project. Once the embeds arrive on site, Webcor takes note of things such as what embeds have arrived, quantity of embeds that are still needed, and what dates the embeds are needed by. Once they are back in the office, they use Excel or Smartsheet to document these things. Webcor creates a new embed tracking sheet for the start of each of their projects. Shown is an example of one of the sheets that is used by Webcor. This process is unable to perform real-time updates, does not take into account who received the shipment, wastes time taking down data twice, once on paper and another time in Excel, and is not standardized. In our literature review, we found the article Automated Inventory Tracking System Prototype in the Cloud, where we found that an option for Webcor could be using a cloud-based system to update their inventory of embeds. While on the construction site, each Webcor employee already has their own iPad, so we decided to limit our solution to software available on iPad. Luckily, lots of software is already available, so there is no need to code our own version. We tested various available software by viewing demo videos and downloading free trials and experiencing the software firsthand. We narrowed down our search to 3 options: Pocket Access, Zoho Creator, and Ninox. After that, we decided on factors that would be important to Webcor and weights for each of them based on information mentioned in interviews. After using a weighted decision matrix from IME 303 Project Management, we found that the best option was Ninox, which has a simple user interface and has an intuitive design that satisfies all of Webcor's needs.
After analyzing the delivery process of the embeds, we found that most delivery problems stem from the contract negotiation. In this process, the project engineer creates the work of scope form, which documents the agreement of work and the embed order details such as delivery times that the subcontractor will fulfill. The current way the contract negotiation is done is that the project engineer drafts the contract, then emails it to the subcontractor. The subcontractor then reviews the contract and makes revisions or declines parts of the contract to their liking. For example, the project engineer typically needs the embeds delivered in smaller batches to have just-in-time delivery. The subcontractor may find this difficult to execute and would therefore remove the agreement from the contract and email back the contract to the project engineer. The project would be sent back and forth through email until finally both parties are satisfied with the contract, resulting in a long, messy process. According to our research, the construction industry commonly lacks modern software tools. In a case study on the Malaysian construction companies, the research found that the use of e-procurement and other softwares decrease the costs and improve the overall efficiencies in their processes. So for our solution to eliminate long lead time ways in the ordering process, we researched many software tools that would streamline the negotiation process. Using a decision matrix, the top 3 software tools were selected and further analyzed, which are the following: eBuyer-Assist, Aptivo, and Concord. These 3 top softwares are cloud-based and are compatible with any device. Each software was tested using a demo version and consulted with a representative of each company. For the eBuyer-Assist by Evo, this e-procurement software has many effective features that makes the ordering process streamlined and efficient, such as contract, supplier bidding, inventory, and supplier management features. The drawback is that it is more expensive software than others and is more complicated. Also, this software is mainly used for the management of the entire business rather than just the embed management. For the Aptivo software, which is an electronic contract software, also has supplier, inventory, and document management features that are very effective and easy to use. The drawbacks is that the contract management feature is not very effective for the communication between the supplier and Webcor, and that the software suffers many bugs. Out of the 3 softwares, Concord was found to be the most effective and user-friendly software. Concord offers an excellent contract management feature that allows Webcor and the supplier to both make edits on the contract, and each edit is clearly visible to the main user. There's also a live chat area where both parties can communicate while viewing the contract. Documents and files can be attached to each contract, allowing Webcor to attach all embed engineering drawings and all other necessary files for each supplier contract. The completion management feature allows users to see all activities of each contract, and lets the user know who has viewed the contract and when they have been viewed. The drawbacks of the software is that there's no supplier management feature, and which is very minimal, which basically files the contact information of the suppliers. Also, there's no inventory management feature.
The current problem with Webcor's on-site logistics is its inability to sort pallets containing embeds. Right now, Webcor employees don't label their pallets. If they were to label their pallets by floor, by embed type, and by element, it would be easier to organize and store the embeds. Based on our literature review, how to implement inventory management practices, our solution is to print custom labels using printer paper. We would then tape them onto the pallets. This is an example of what these labels would look like. Including these specific aspects would give Webcor employees everything they need to keep the embeds organized. Our solution would have the following delivery process, which is a technique learned in IME 443, Facilities Planning and Design. This material management method will be used to standardize how embeds are received and sorted throughout the site in order to recognize delivery error early and to store embeds in the correct area. The implementation cost is $1,380 yearly, $100 monthly for electronic software, and $15 monthly for the inventory management software. To exhibit how important it is to remain on schedule, we use Webcor's 706th Street project contract to display the fees associated with being late. If this project continues 60 days past the scheduled completion date, there will be a $5,000 fee for each day past the 60 days until the project is completed.
One option that we developed was an embed just-in-time order/delivery schedule decision support system using the IME 305 operation research method, linear program modeling. Unfortunately, we have found the solution will not be helpful due to suppliers' unwillingness to negotiate just-in-time shipments and because of high variation of embed supplier times. Another option we did not explore is RFID tracking, but could potentially be an option in the future depending on the supplier's willingness to label their embeds in this way.